Hello, everybody. Welcome to the new show on Geek Aloud. This is the Gaming Enforcement Agency. It's me and Steve. Steve's on Discord. Hello, Steve. How are you, sir?
G'day, mate. Agent Unky Dunky reporting for duty, sir.
Unky Dunky, sir, welcome. I'm looking forward to having you at the in the studio with me at some point in the future. We've got a whole set thing going on, but don't worry about that right now.
That's right. Speaking of Unkies, we just need Unky Dan to stop some restrictions before that can happen.
That'd be, I've got a line there. I won't use it. Now, I want to start with the news. We're going to start with the news. I should give everyone a quick rundown. We're going to do news stories, a little something I called Standoff. Then we've got a bunch of game notes discussions, and then we're coming to you guys in the chat. If you're in the YouTube chat, Standoff, at the end, we're going to come and round up all the questions. So if we say anything crazy, by all means, contribute during the chat. We will absolutely get to you at the end. Thank you very much. Who's already in there? Sean Gaines is already in there. Sean, thank you very much, buddy. Great work. All right, now, news stories. I hit this. News. That didn't work because I didn't go like that. Bang. So close. That would have been seamless. All right, first up, we have Game Informer's new releases coming out this week. Steve, lead us off, mate.
Mate, we're in the busy season now, mate. October's kicking off, and we've got some titles. Let me tell you, my all-time favorite, or one of my all-time favorite games, is Alan Wake, and we are getting the remaster as of tomorrow. It's pre-installed on my console as we speak. I can see the little countdown timer going. If I could stay awake to midnight to play it, I would. Some of us have got to go to work very early in the morning, so it's going to have to be tomorrow for me. And what a perfect time, the month of Halloween, to be playing a nice horror thriller game.
Yeah, it's perfect timing on the release. Now, can I ask you the big question from me, Steve? Is there any chance this is in Game Pass?
Alan Wake is not, and I'm bucking the trend with this one. I know it's an Xbox game. I do have it on my Xbox One saved there, but I want to chase that platinum trophy for Alan Wake. So yeah, I've got it on the PS5. So there's something about the trophy that's not the same as I can't chase, the 100 achievement points on Xbox.
I agree with you completely, Steve. I've said for a long time, Xbox totally just need to lift that platinum trophy concept and throw it on Xbox. Yeah. I would love to be hunting those on Xbox. Not obviously call them something else, but
that's it. So I'm making a Remedy double with both platinum Control this year. So Alan Wake is next.
Yes, I am keen for Alan Wake, and I've got no idea, have they done any tricky business with the DualSense 5, the controller on the PlayStation 5? I don't know.
5? I did think they might. I haven't read anything, but it was another sort of thing, maybe if they have, because I know Control did some stuff with it, so maybe there might be some feedback in the Control. That could be cool.
What I'm hoping for is they've got some sort of rumble type, I don't know what indication when that flashlight, as it goes out.
Yeah, just
like
something.
If it gives a little shake or something and then stops. I don't know. They could really do something nice with that flashlight, though.
Oh, I can't wait, because that game still looks good. The old game still looks good. So with a fresh coat of paint and the all new cutscenes, I can't wait for that game.
I am absolutely stoked for it, mate. I agree completely, and looking forward to coming to Game Pass so I can install it. Oh, wait, you know what else I meant to say off the top and totally forgot? Steve, sorry, throwing spanners in the works here. This channel, YouTube/Geek Aloud, God, I'm not talking well, now has a join button. And if you join the channel, that gives us $1 a month, and it helps us make content like this. So if you enjoy this show or any of the other content on the channel, please consider joining up. It's just below me here. That'd be awesome. Sorry, Steve, continuing with the new game.
No, that's all right. And on that $1 a month, if you give us money, you might actually see a live version of me there, other than just a picture of me holding control. Yes, I admit I look good, but if you want to see me moving, then we're going to need some dollars.
Dollars, people. Sign up. Come on. $1 a month. All right, then I've got Hell Let Loose. Steve, is that right?
Yes, Hell Let Loose. Now, you've mentioned Game Pass. I don't think it's Game Pass, but I think it is one of the free games for Sony for October for their PlayStation free games. So if you're in for a multiplayer war shooter with up to 100 players per map, then that might be your taste.
That sounds... So are we saying Battle Royale?
I haven't read a whole lot into it. I know it's multiplayer, big team battle stuff, kind of like Battlefield.
Yeah, the cover looks very Battlefield.
Yeah, so that could be good for a free sort of PlayStation Plus title. But
I'll definitely be installing that on the channel.
Yeah, that's right. What else have we got? Jet the Farshaw. This is the one that showed up in a lot of Sony conferences, sort of leading up to the PlayStation 5 coming out, and since then we had the
one with the really distinctive art style.
Yeah, like you're sort of a top-down jet thing going throughout different planets, but it's also got this first-person kind of story element to it as well. Like from some stuff that I've seen, though, a lot of people aren't really gelling with it. So,
that's interesting.
yeah, so I don't know. They showed it again, I think, at the was it a September showcase we had for PlayStation recently as well, which we probably haven't talked about because we've sort of been on hiatus for a bit. But a lot of exciting things coming out there. I'm just going to segue just for a sec and just say Insomniac Games, my God, they've just announced Wolverine and they've got Spider-Man 2. Is there anything these guys can't do?
If there is, I don't want to know about it. I am locked hook, line, and sinker with Insomniac Games. I will play anything they release on the date of release.
Ridiculous that they can announce that.
Smashing it out of the park consistently. No heavier hitter, I would suggest, in the game development industry.
No, that's it. All right, let's move on. We've got Lego Star Wars Superheroes platforms. That's what's on Switch. We've all played it before. Lego Marvel, it's coming to Switch handheld. We don't need to talk about that too long.
No, we can jump on. There's Nickelodeon, Super Monkey, Art of Rally. Now, we've already installed that on the channel. It's a lovely little arcade, what do you call it? Like a platformer. Help me out, Steve. You've played Art of Rally. It's
like it's kind of like, isn't it? Is it similar like the old Micro Machines kind of game, but with rally racing?
Yeah, it is. But the one I was looking for was Trials HD. It's sort of that side-on view.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Anyway, cool game. Check it out. But I checked it out on the Xbox Game Pass, and I enjoyed it on the Xbox Game Pass. However, if I paid money for it, I mightn't have enjoyed it so much. So don't consider this a recommendation for the PlayStation 5 version, but absolutely check it out on Xbox Series X if you're already a member there, as it's included in what you've already paid for. And then the big one, Steve.
The big one.
The big one, the one that I hope Amazon just absolutely nail this delivery for me.
Yeah, well, you speak Amazon. I say I just pre-installed it on my Xbox about probably 45 minutes ago. So it's good to go for me. This one snuck off of me. I totally forgot it was coming out this early in October. And I'm so glad it is because I can't wait to get some Ubisoft, check boxes and shooting dudes, and I'm in the mood.
I'm so excited for this. I never went back and dug out the articles. God, I wish I had. I swear this game was ready for launch. I think this game has had a year of patches done to it.
Yeah, because it was supposed to come out right around the same time as Halo in that last year, wasn't it?
Yeah, this was meant to be within the launch window originally, and then they pushed it a year. So this game could be all kinds of bells and whistles, and I love everything I've seen in the previews for it. It looks fantastic. And oh my God, what's his name? Fring? Is it Fring from Breaking Bad?
The actor. What's his name?
Yeah, that guy. Gustavo.
Yeah, I know. I most recently saw him in the Star Wars, in The Mandalorian as the antagonist, and he was very good in that as well.
Nice, man. You should check out Ubisoft have it's on various Ubisoft pages, like the PlayStation desktop and everything. But there's a great. I think it went for about 2 minutes maybe, and it was a Q&A with Gustav, and he was like answering as Gustav, but like speaking for the character. It's a really awesome video. It's short. If you're into Far Cry 6, I highly recommend you check it out. It's available on all consoles.
Yeah, I think I did say I wasn't quite so tempted. I think it's a collector's edition that's about $169.95 that you can get. That's got the Game Pass and a whole bunch of extra skins. I'm like, nah, don't think I'll be getting that. I'll just wait.
Yeah. Call me when the pandemic's over and I've got a job, and then you can think about deluxe editions. How about they start releasing pandemic editions that are free? That'd be
nice. There you go, Xbox Game Pass. There you go, pandemic sale. Just everything on there. Everything must go.
And to round it out, mate, we've got Metroid Dread, which I know nothing. I know Metroid, but I don't know Metroid.
This game has been like rumored to be coming out for years, like 70 years at this point. Maybe not that much, but it's been rumored to come out for a while. But this is actually looking pretty good. If you like him at sort of side-scrolling Metro games with the Switch, this one's got a sort of 9 out of 10 written all over it, I think.
Well, surely it'll be subject to the Nintendo bump and get a 10.
It probably will, and it's also going to be subject to the Nintendo price tag of probably costing $100 for the rest of it.
Speaking of the great pull, Steve, speaking of that, the Nintendo eShop, I've lost my comms with Steve, that's not going to go well. The Nintendo eShop has a sale, but it's ending like tonight or tomorrow, and they have some fantastic deals, like 75% off. Nintendo never dropped the price of games for the first time ever. Jump on your Switch now, because the sale is about to end like tonight at midnight or tomorrow at midnight or something. but there's big discounts on Nintendo games. If you've got a Switch and you want those games, check out that list because all the good ones.
I do like discounts, but October there's that many games I have to buy at the moment. But you got to save $1 to spend $1. That's not a saying. But
save $1 to spend $1. Gaming Enforcement Agency. And finally, rounding out the month, Tetris Effect Connected, one of the most visually impressive games on a PC with a good graphics card. When you crank it up, that game is something else. I can't imagine how nerfed it looks on the Switch. Probably give it a...
I was just about to say, I'm like, you pumped up its graphics. I'm like, it's coming to the Switch, so don't play the game at all.
That's my point. Fantastic game, but maybe look for it elsewhere.
Maybe you get it on one of your shiny new consoles, not the Switch.
Indeed. Okay, moving on, Steve. Story 2. Sony acquires Bluepoint Games to make its remasters and remakes even better.
So Sony, they're doing some pretty good things. They bought, well, let's just say they bought a small company called Housemarque Games and made probably arguably the game of the year this year.
Oh, they are one patch away from being game of the year.
Oh, they really are. And if you don't know what game we're talking about, everyone, Troy, please tell them.
So Returnal, I believe the average person can finish it in under 100 deaths. And I want to say, Steve, is it reasonable to say 40 hours for your average person?
Yeah, probably.
About 40 hours, 100 deaths for your average person. Myself, I'm over 600 deaths and 6 days into that title. I cannot get enough of Returnal, and I am 2 ciphers in Biome 2 away from popping that platinum. Confirmed glitched out by the developers with me in their Discord. I don't think they were meant to do that, but they did. I should screenshot that and make that a story next week. Someone remind me. But yes, Returnal, fantastic game, and Sony bought the developers after they smashed it out of the park, and now they've got Bluepoint Games. Steve, do we know Bluepoint from anything recently?
Bluepoint, I think we do. They might have had a small little title that launched with the PlayStation 5 called Demon Souls.
Demon Souls, you say?
Demon Souls. It's pretty damn good if you ask me. It's very hard, but it's a bloody good game.
2 thumbs up from me. I absolutely love Demon Souls. Cannot get me up.
Wait. Two thumbs up, Troy. You say you can actually get your thumbs up at this point?
I can. The thumbs are fine. The trigger fingers, muted.
Good. That's nice. Good to know. Mate, you got to do that. You got to check on your hands every now and again. Make sure you're okay.
Hands. I tell you what. I was playing something recently, and they've flared up again. Hitman 3 has done it again. Hitman 3 did it at the start of the year.
Has it really?
And I fired Hitman 3 back up. I wanted to get into some of that 7 Deadly Sins DLC, and my trigger fingers let me know about it the day after.
Now, what else? Bluepoint, like we know they've just done Demon Souls, but they also did the Metal Gear Solid HD Collection remake back in the day, or
they nailed that one.
They did the Uncharted Nathan Drake collection. They did all 3 of those very nicely.
Yep.
Shadow of the Colossus, and obviously most recently Demon Souls. But apparently,
wait. Can I ask you a question? What you're telling me is Bluepoint have established a great working relationship with Sony on the PlayStation brand by remastering old classic games. Fantastic footing. So what are they remastering next?
Well, that's the thing.
They've purchased them now. Surely they purchased them based on their history of doing remakes.
Well, they have, but it looks like they've given them the go-ahead to work on a brand new IP. I think they've earned that privilege.
I would agree with you 100%, Steve. Go, Bluepoint, go! Light my fire.
That's it. Like let's see what they can do. I mean, I know they've done all these. They're that good at developing games and remaking games. Let's see what they can do creatively.
100%. They have cut their teeth. They have earned their chance, and I can't wait to see them deliver in 3 to 5 years.
Absolutely. I mean, there goes the rumours, though, they were creating that Metal Gear remake that we all wanted. But that's not the end of the Metal Gear story. So,
is it not? Should we move on to story 3, possibly?
Yeah, it's not a bad segue, if you ask me.
Boom! Perfect. All right, here we have it on Games Radar. Metal Gear Solid 3 remake reportedly being made by a company behind the Dark Souls Switch port.
That's right, yeah. I don't know a whole bunch about these guys other than they've obviously, they've done ports and stuff in the past and everything, and it's Metal Gear Solid 3, arguably most people's favourite Metal Gear. Mm-hmm. But apparently I've read along, there's rumours that this is sort of only in the pipeline, just a sort of pre-production stage. They reckon the Castlevania and Silent Hill's probably going to make it out before we see Metal Gear. So I think we're probably a good time away from seeing Metal Gear 3 remastered, probably 2024, 2025, if they're working on all these other games as well.
Yeah. Do we know how many teams they have?
I'm not too sure. Just reading up now, like they've been. So what do they use? They did the Outer Worlds on Switch, Dark Souls, and they've also worked on Battlefield 1 and Horizon Zero Dawn. So I mean, they've worked on some good games. So,
oh yes.
I mean, I would really love to see some Metal Gear redone, especially as I have gone back and played sort of 1 and 2. Oh, no, sorry, 2 and 3 recently on the
package compatible on
Xbox.
Oh, on Xbox.
I actually did.
2 and 3 remake. I'm like, that's got to be on Vita, surely.
No, when you say that, the funny thing is, my first time properly playing through 3 was actually on the Vita, like only, I want to say a few years ago. It's probably longer than that now in hindsight. It's probably like 5 or 6 years now, but I really enjoyed it. I'm like, I can't believe I'd never played this game fully before.
Yeah, it's a great game, and I'm glad to hear you did it on a Sony. Oh, you were going to upset me greatly if you had said, I finished Metal Gear Solid 3 for the first time on an Xbox. I thought, what? No,
sorry, Metal Gear 2. I remember Metal Gear 2. That opening scene in Metal Gear 2 still gets me today, where he's running on the bridge and does the swan dive off.
That whole opening level or biome. I don't know. It's old. Can I call it a level?
It's 2021. It's a biome now, even if we don't like it.
That opening biome, yes, absolute piece of magic. Now, the fourth story, Steve. The fourth story, Kratos' voice actor, says God of War Ragnarok delayed because of me.
Yeah, so Christopher Judge has come out and he just tweeted. I'll read the tweet if you don't mind.
By all means, sir, please.
So his tweet goes, 100 in my feels right now. I need to be forthcoming. This has been approved by no one. To the beloved fandom, Ragnarok was delayed because of me. August 2019, I couldn't walk, had to have back surgery, both hips replaced, and knee surgery. They waited for me to rehab. No threats, no. Who do you think you are? Nothing but love and support. And that's it. And Sony Santa Monica has never said a word about the delay and what caused it. Studios are arseholes, but this company from top to bottom should give us hope. What they did for the crew is way more. This is incredible. Like, games get developed, game development as hard as it is, but to say you're going to stop a game development based just on your act and not being able to act, that's pretty good, Sony Santa Monica.
That's wild. I absolutely love it. And yeah, it just speaks to how much of a fan favorite he was in the first. And of course, those big fan favorites, you've got to give those guys all the room they want to move.
They do. And it just sort of lends itself, like if they treat him well, if they want him back for another God of War, then he's going to come back. And I think they could have probably just phoned in his voice and stuff. But I think they do all the motion capture and stuff with him, whether that would sort of hurt the way the character sort of moves and looks in that game. I think they've just done the right thing. And just the fact that they've managed to delay this, who knows? The game was probably going to get delayed anyway. Let's face it.
Yeah, there could be other factors, but I love this tweet, top to bottom. It says so much about Sony Santa Monica, Christopher Judge himself, like, classy people all round, nothing but the utmost respect from me. I'm looking for delay it as long as you want, boys. I'll be here ready when you are.
Oh, that's right. And even though he's not the lead director on it, I've watched plenty of things with Corey Barlog, the director of the first game, and I just love that guy. He just seems so humble, so down to earth. You can see how this guy's made arguably one of the best games ever. And IGN just did a whole, war best game of all time. I'm pretty sure God of War 2018 took out the win against Grand Theft Auto 5. So that was good to see.
Yeah, well, unless it was based on sales numbers. But yes, absolutely correct, mate. I think it's just fantastic. But my question on that one is Corey associated with this second one? I thought he only did the first one.
Yeah, he is. No, so he's associated with God of War 2018. He's the main director. The second one, he's taken a step back, and there's another guy sort of as lead director, I believe, on this one.
Yeah, I misunderstood. I thought he took a step back from the project entirely. I didn't realize he was still associated.
No, he's still in there. I think awesome. I don't think he potentially could step back from a game of the company, but I know they're working on something else as well, which he's been very tight-lipped about. So it'd be interesting to see what they're working on behind closed doors, because I think he's directing that game, whatever that game might be. So.
Yeah, cool. Well, I got to think if he's directing one AAA game, he wouldn't have any mental space for a second. But I don't know.
No, that's right. That's right. Well, you'd imagine the first God of War would have taken that much, time out of his day. He wouldn't have seen anyone to direct that game. It's just ridiculous.
Yes, 100%. All right, what have I got next? The standoff, Steve. It's time for the standoff. Are you ready?
Mate, I'm ready. Let's do it.
I'll give everyone the quick little rundown of the standoff. You get 3 choices. Pick your favourite one. Here we go. So this week's standoff is best use of an orange tree to be a game. Where are they? Over there. Sorry, the first one, Ken of Bridge of Spirit. Second one was The Witness. And the third one, Tsushima. Ghost of Tsushima. Steve, your pick for best use of orange tree?
My best pick for use of orange tree. I'll first preface this by saying I hate the colour orange, but I do very much like trees. They give us life and they help us breathe. So on that, I'm going to have to go with Ghost of Tsushima. It's probably a bit of a cheat because the game's probably the newest out of all of them. Kingdom Bridge of Spirits is the newest game, but Ghost of Tsushima, it's recently had a PS5 upgrade. It's got it doesn't matter what color the tree is in Ghost of Tsushima, the leaves, everything about that game. Like I've already spoken on, content in the past, how much I've used the photo mode, a mode that I don't use in any other game.
Yes.
In Ghost of Tsushima, looking at these things, and I can't go past that, to be honest.
Fair enough, man. Great answer. For me, I think it was The Witness, just because they were the first people to put a tree in a game and actually make me stop and just look at the tree in game. I've never done that before until The Witness, and I'm like, damn. He's done something with his trees. So they win for me. That's it. All right, now, game notes. We're starting game notes, Steve. I know, a little departure from what I told you previously. But game notes. Now, this is the random section where we just talk about the games we've been playing. There's no other requirement. We can play a game from 100 years ago, not that there were many video games back then. We can play a game from whenever, and we just want to talk to you guys about it now for whatever reason. So, starting off today, game notes 1 is Deathloop. The infamous Deathloop. Steve, we just got random footage going. Mate, tell me things. How have you found Deathloop?
Yeah, pretty good. I remember first, I was very confused when I first started playing the game. It took me quite a while to sort of figure out the systems and how everything was working and who to kill what on what time of day and where and stuff. Once it all sort of starts to click, it becomes a better game. I think we were both of the mind at the start that Returnal sort of did the whole, live, die, repeat thing better. And then I sort of came to the realization it's a different kind of game. And once you start playing it more, you realise that, it's not so much a roguelite. I mean, you are keeping a lot of stuff compared to Returnal, where you're literally pretty much losing everything. Deathloop, you've got the ability to sort of upgrade all your weapons, upgrade all your abilities and stuff like that. And once you start doing that, you become an absolute powerhouse and you can absolutely destroy things where I'm at now. So I'm sort of at the point now where I'm pretty powerful, but I'm still sort of trying to piece together that perfect loop to sort of lock in all the visionaries and kill them all in that one day. And there's some very interesting sort of stories, the way they sort of all link together and the way you've got to bring them together to get those kills happening. So I'm really enjoying that. I'm really enjoying the gunplay in this.
Yeah, in the video that's looping around, you can see this shotgun is my absolute favourite. In 1 second, you see me take a shot here on someone and they just fly across the room, the ragdoll that kicks in.
Oh, the ragdoll in this game makes the game so much fun.
And the raggun off the shotgun specifically, they've just given it a bit extra oomph that you want from the shotgun.
I'm glad to see you using the shiftability as well, the shiftability. It's working quite well for me.
Hold the phone on that one. You can upgrade those abilities.
Yeah, so if you go and
let me just jump in 1 second before you go there. The reason I don't know what's going on in this game, just a quick catch up for me, I cannot stand the number of nag screens in this game. No game has gotten in my way of playing into more than Deathloop. Deathloop needed another 6 months in development and somebody to go over it with a fine-tooth comb and say, no, you've got way too many information screens that people need to read. Like, to get into the game. I haven't counted, Steve, but I'm betting there are 6 different screens you have to navigate before you can start one with. What would be your guess?
Yeah, that's probably about right.
Which to me is outrageous. Like, I want to play a game. I just want to play a game. Get out of my way. Anyway, sorry. You were saying there are upgrades that are available because I don't read those screens.
So for the visionaries, you get your power by beating the visionary that's got that power. So if you then go back through and play that, you need to set it up to do it differently, but otherwise you can go into every single time of the day where you initially encounter them, you beat them again and take their slab again. If you then spend the residuum on that to keep it, you can actually get upgrades for each one. You can get up to, I think, 9 upgrades for each ability. So the shift ability using there, I can now go further, longer with that because I've upgraded it. I can, the Nexus ability, which links all the enemies together so you can, kill them all at the same time, I can now link up to 3 enemies at a time, and it goes and seeks out enemies, so it's,
wild. Sorry, Steve, 1 sec. I just saw a production note come in, and I've left the audio up way too loud on Deathloop. Sorry, everyone, about that. No one could hear what we just said. Sorry, Steve.
That's all right.
Quick summary. I find Deathloop to be a fun game when I can get into it, but there's way too many nag screens between each loop for me to actually get in the flow and enjoy the game. Steve was explaining... There's a whole heap of functions that I haven't encountered because I don't read their screens. Sorry, Steve, you were saying.
That's what I was just saying. You can beat each of the visionaries multiple times, unlock their abilities, and then extend those abilities as well. So you can sort of unlock further blink ability. You can, get that Nexus ability so you can link more enemies together. So there's a lot of stuff you can do. That the game is obviously hides behind a lot of those sort of nag screens. And if you don't read them, you sort of might not figure out the traction you're able to do in the game.
I would suggest to you, Steve, that they needed one or two more people on their team between game design document and actual deliverable, because it feels like instead of developing half the game, they just put the game development doc in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Crazy.
I mean, the more I've played, the less those things have come in. But when you're a newcomer to a game, it's a lot of information to take in and a lot of reading to do. So it's not as user friendly as you would hope, probably.
No, it's not. It needs significantly more patching before I can get involved. They need to take out 90% of their nag screen. All right, number 2, game notes number 2 is Kenya. And, I've done it again. I try not to say Kenya, but I typically do.
Kena. Kena Bridge of Spirits.
That one. Now, I'll just point out quickly, on my footage here that's looping, you'll see this nice little graphics glitch. If you take a nice look, I have no idea why. It's like, there's trees there. There's not these trees there. Anyway, that'll loop. It'll come back in 20 seconds. But that game, hands down, the cutest game I've seen probably ever. It's just everything about it is handcrafted, delicate, and designed for kids to enjoy. It's super user-friendly. No nag screens in this game. And it all just makes sense and flows, and you can get lost in the world. And it's beautiful, and I love this game. Sorry, Steve, over to you.
No, mate, I absolutely agree with everything you've said, except for the part that you said it's a game for kids, because this game will absolutely kick your ass. There are some boss fights in this game that are no shit. They are Dark Souls hard. Like, I know you've bumped it down to easy. I've still got it on normal. I'm up to a boss now. Like, I've almost rage quit this game so many times. My wife will attest to the fact that I've nearly thrown my controller at my TV on multiple occasions, and certain words coming out of my mouth should not be conducive to playing a kid's game.
I love it, mate. Yes. That's awesome. I can't wait to get you in the studio. I want to get you in the studio playing this game, Steve. It's now a mission for me. I love it.
How much do you like your TV and your controllers?
Hey, mate, if you throw it on air and we capture it and that clip goes viral, I think it'll be worth the price of admission.
Good. No, this game is very cute. It's very DreamWorks-esque with its graphics.
Oh, it is, yeah. Yes, absolutely.
This team has never made a video game before.
Phenomenal work. They snagged it out of the park. And Deathloop, take note. All right, next up, Game Notes 3. This one is all Steve. It is Hot Wheels Unleashed. I haven't looked at it at all. Steve, over to you.
Okay, Hot Wheels Unleashed. I gotta say, I wasn't really on my radar because a lot of these tie-in games, generally with toy companies, aren't very, good. So I wasn't really looking at it until IGN gave the bloody thing a 9 out of 10. Well, and then I read that review.
Sorry, if I could just jump in. Hot Wheels, not Unleashed. I haven't played this one, but I want to say like back in, I'm guessing 1998, there was a Hot Wheels game on PC that I adored. It was the most basic game ever. But if they've gotten that gameplay feel into this one, I totally understand what you're saying.
Oh, the gameplay in this is just so good. Like, it's very fast-paced. There's no worrying about someone shooting you with the blue shell just as you're about to win. It's all about skill, racing, e-sliding. You've got a Mario Kart turn.
That's the big one, slide, yeah.
Yeah, so the sliding around those bends, and that gives you your power boost and unlocking cars. You've got a campaign mode as well that you play through, and it's got all sort of different stuff you got to do in that campaign. All the cars sort of handled differently. The sense of speed is amazing. Perfect. My son, for some reason, I was trying to get him to play it, but he likes getting outside the track. And it's not like Mario Kart where it actually boots you off the track. You can actually drive it. Like if you're you're at a school and you come off the track, you can literally drive around this whole area of the school and find bits to jump over and have your own fun as well. And it doesn't put you back into the game until you hold Y to go back in. So you can just go muck around. Yeah, it was really like you won't win the race, obviously, and it's kind of annoying when he does it. But good on him. He's finding his own fun in a game, and that's all we're here to do when we play games is have fun, right?
I love it. You know me, Steve. I love going off the beaten path and doing the thing the game developers said, no, that's not fun. Yes, it is.
That's right. That's right. The only caveat, I tried to play split screen with it last night, but I couldn't get it to work, and I don't know why. My Xbox somehow was like the second controller. Every time you said press A, it wouldn't actually work. So I don't know what the go is with the split screen. Sort of just a warning to people if you're trying to play split screen on this game. But
top of my head, Steve, I'd ask, with those, before you launch the game, were both those controllers signed into separate accounts? Because if they weren't, I reckon that could do it.
The funny thing, I think I actually had Tetris. We had talked about this game before. We were playing, what was it called? Tetris. What's the name of it? Tetris Connect together. And so my wife and I were trying to play that. And for some reason, it connected controller 2 as controller 4 during that game. So maybe that was an issue that my Xbox thinks it's controller 4 and it's saying player 2 plus. I have no idea.
I would just restart that whole Xbox.
I
think the power button until it goes beep.
I think I might have to. I think that's the only way to solve that, because I think some split screen action with this might actually be quite fun as well. There's a bit of couch co-op, which we all love.
Maybe when we get into the studio again, Steve, we can do some of that one.
Damn straight. And hopefully by then this game is sitting pretty on Game Pass.
I love it. That sounds good. All right, game notes, fourth and final game notes for the evening. Now, it's Cyberpunk. Now, this is one I have gotten back into. Last month, I want to say they released the, what was it, Steve? 1.3 patch, I believe. Now,
that'll do.
Now, here, pay close attention. Look way off in the distance here. I'm on the motorbike. I'm fanging it in the middle of a city, going up a very deserted street. Yeah, if you look way off in the distance, you can see the row of red tail lights on my side of the road and the row of white headlights on the other side of the road, way off in the background. And you can see that is bumper to bumper city traffic. Now, if you played Cyberpunk at launch, you'll know they had that traffic throughout the entire game. Constantly that density. So you can see the original artist intent still there in version 1.3. But obviously this patch has removed 98% of the cars in both the foreground and the midground. I find it phenomenal that in this day and age, their patching process isn't to not instantiate the cars to begin with, it's instantiate them and then remove them from the field. Like, how much extra CPU charge is that? It's craziness. Anyway, I absolutely love Cyberpunk, and that was my rant. Sorry, Steve, did you have any feelings on Cyberpunk you'd like to share?
Other than the fact that you talking so profoundly about it, and it's kind of makes me want to get back into it. If it wasn't October and all those games we talked about before weren't coming out, I'd probably consider reinstalling it on my console. But it's that hard drive space on both the consoles now is filling up very fast.
I hear you, my friend. I hear you very much on that one. But yes, I love that game. Check it out. And if you were like me, held back by the Contagion, Contagion quick hack, not killing people. They have fixed that now and it kills people again, which is great. But I think that was only on me because I killed Sasquatch however many times I killed him.
Yeah, I did that too.
And that's it for the main thrust of the show. Now,
I'm gonna throw in something quickly just to footage and stuff. You don't know footage and stuff for it, but I think I need to talk about it because it's pretty big. I was playing the Halo flight program this weekend.
Oh my goodness, yes, go sir.
So, and they added Big Team Battle as of today, I think it was. So I've jumped into a bit of Big Team
What are
Battle.
the constraints of Big Team Battle?
You got me there. It's a bigger team than normal. Normally you're 4v4. I think this might be 10v10.
Okay,
and
so
different game modes.
It's not like they've gone the full Battle Royale 50v50.
No. It's still like different game modes, like capture the flag, capture certain points, team slay, all that kind of stuff. Just a bigger map, a lot more people and stuff. So I was having a lot of fun with that game. I cannot wait for Halo to come out. Like the multiplayer already is looking very polished. They've gone back to sort of their roots with it, and I think it's going to find a massive audience, especially considering your Battlefield, which we haven't talked about, has been pushed back now as well after Call of Duty.
I didn't know that. When's Battlefield coming out?
Battlefield's now, I think, November 13th.
Well, that's actually good for my wallet, so that's fine. And if you want to delay it into January next year as well, that'd be cool.
Absolutely. When you got Battlefield, Call of Duty, and Halo, I think I'm going to choose Halo as my first-person shooter multiplayer of choice, given the fact that it's not going to – this is my sort of reasoning on it. A, I enjoy the game, but B, Call of Duty, you're going to have a new one next year, so you're going to sort of stop playing that. Yes. Battlefield probably going to stay with that. They might bring out another one, but at least Halo with the Infinite name, I imagine that's going to be the only Halo multiplayer we're going to get now.
Yeah. Well, I agree with your assertion. Yes, possibly. Right now, thank you very much. Yes, Halo looks amazing, and I can't wait. And it'll be interesting, Steve, to see the multiplayer numbers with it in Game Pass. I imagine they will be able to go head-to-head with Call of Duty for at least the first week.
Oh, I think so. The fact that it's on Game Pass, like the campaign and the multiplayer is free to play, I think you're going to have a huge player base on Halo.
100%, man. I reckon that's going to be massive. And now, finally, throwing it open to the Q&A section. If you've got your question, throw it in that there YouTube chat, just as Sean has. And Sean's asking us, Steve, what about the PS5 second hard drive that they have announced and is available to purchase? I believe pre-order only at this stage.
I haven't done it yet. I'll probably buy one at some point. It's going to take me probably 45 minutes to install the thing, unlike the Xbox where it takes me 5 seconds to plug it in the back of the console.
That Xbox one was perfect, yeah.
I'd have to dust off my screwdriver that came with my PS5 to try and get it in there, but I will get around to it. I need more hard drive space on that thing. That's my main gripe at the moment with it, so I will do it.
It's my main gripe with the PlayStation. Well, actually, the old man hands are the main gripe with the PlayStation 5. The second gripe is the hard drive space. Oh, I should note, Steve, I actually put the a USB drive into my PlayStation 5 for my PlayStation 4 games. And so that worked kind of well. Like, it enabled me to do all the VR stuff off the other hard drive and not clog up my PS5. So that worked well and was smart. However, the big thing I'll note there is if you want to see the power of an SSD, install Cyberpunk to the external drive and play it, and the load screens take forever. And the text, the text you pop in, you walk up to an NPC on the street and they've got like 1 pixel for a face for the first 10 seconds, and then a low-res face pops on and waiting 5 more seconds, and then a high-res face comes on. So even with the power of the PS5, the old USB hard drives slow it down so much that all the benefits are lost. So even if you're playing PlayStation 4 games on a PlayStation 5, I'd recommend installing them on the internal SSD, or, as Sean rightly points out, buy the buy the additional storage. Install it yourself and install it there. But don't use a USB drive with PS5 is my tip.
Wow, no, I won't.
The loading is crazy. Oh, also, Sean has put in, thank you, Sean, November 19th for Battlefield now.
November 19th, there you go. I was 6 days shy. There you go. So, but all in all, I mean, we'll see how it goes. I think getting pushback's probably not the best. I think it was due to come out before Call of Duty, which probably would have been good for it. But now it's sort of smack bang in the middle of Call of Duty and Halo, I believe.
And it's just come back to me. Didn't they have this exact same problem a couple of years ago? Didn't they come out a week after Call of Duty? I want to say it was Battlefield 5, came out a week after Call of Duty. And then they also, didn't they put it up against their own game? It was 2 EA games. It was
Titanfall 2.
I feel like it was Battlefield and maybe I don't think it was Titanfall 2. Anyway,
I think it was Battlefield 4.
They went a week after Call of Duty, and then they competed with themselves on a first-person shooter. Total insanity. The Battlefield 5 sales number never picked up. So let's hope they haven't just hoisted themselves on their own petard. And
I've never actually played Battlefield 5. Have you played Battlefield 5?
A little. The campaign did nothing for me. I played the online.
Okay, good. I won't install it.
Yeah, no, the online multiple. When I think Battlefield, I think the Conquest map, 64 players.
Yep.
Conquest. That's me. That's Battlefield. And they did that just fine in Battlefield 5. There was nothing to write home about. It was a fine implementation, but nothing crazy.
Yeah, nice.
But yeah, so I love that, and I'm looking forward to it. Let's hope Battlefield haven't just shot themselves in the foot by going after Call of Duty. I suspect they may have. Who knows?
Oh, let's hope so, yeah.
That's going to do it for the inaugural episode of Gaming Enforcement Agency with Steve Sir. Thank you so much for joining me on this adventure.
Mate, my pleasure.
It's going to be great, guys. Every Monday night, back here, 8 a.m., Gaming Enforcement Agency coming to you for the foreseeable future. And the more subs we get, the better. So a reminder, guys, please join the channel. $1 a month, get the whole Let's Install playlist, and it just helps us produce more content. So please join up the channel. Other than that, Steve, you got anything for the fine folks?
Well, I was just going to say, if there's anything you want us to discuss or have a look at, or any topics you want us to explore, hit up the Discord channel or make some suggestions, hit up the YouTube comments, and we'll see what we can do for you.
Yes, absolutely. Feedback always welcome and important, and a key part of the end of these shows. So live feedback, I absolutely love it. And just now, Sean has told us December 9 is the Game Awards. So that is something else to look forward to. I love it. Maybe we'll see Hideo Kojima. do something with Jeff Keighley again, do you think, Steve?
That's some good timing, doesn't it? Halo comes out December 8th, so.
Oh, perfect. Microsoft marketing, you assume, will be all over the Game Awards.
You would think so.
Maybe a Master Chief walking out instead of a giant razor.
Yeah, probably.
All right. That's going to do it tonight, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Please check out the rest of the channel, the Let's Install series, the Tourist series, and we'll be back on Monday right here, youtube.com/Aloud. Like it, subscribe it, you'll never miss it. Oh, that was luck. Hey, that's something. I love everything about it. Ooh. Old Uncle Donkey. Donkey.